Now that you've read chapters 3 and 4, we're ready to begin the review of these chapters. For the first section, we have a crossword puzzle to work on. Please do not spend more than 5 minutes working on this crossword, as you have other important things to continue on to. Many of the words in the crossword puzzle are from the first 4 chapters. Use the words in the box to complete the puzzle. So, we see the clues here. I see down, Tuck's youngest son. Then I have a word bank here. What is Tuck's youngest son? I know that it's going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 letters. Miles is one of his sons, and that has 5 letters. And Jesse is his other son, and Jesse has, let me find where Jesse's name is written, if it's here. And if Jesse also has 5 letters. So I need to use another clue to see which one it is, or reference the book. I'm going to use 9 across as my clue. 9 across says, without beginning or end. Which of these words could mean without beginning or end? Maybe eternal? Eternal is like it goes on forever and ever. Would eternal fit here? E-T-E-R-N-A-L? I think so. So I'm going to put eternal here, which means that this must be Jesse here, because now I have an E. So J-E-S-S-E. Now I've gotten rid of the words Jesse, and I've gotten rid of the word eternal. So I can cross out those as options for my other words. Now let's see what else I can work on. Okay, what about 2 down? My clue for 2 down, I did 1 already, and I did 9 across. My clue for 2 down is feeling bitter about being treated unfairly. Which of these words could be feeling bitter with an E as the second letter? I think feeling bitter, as I go through each of the different options, I know, like resentful. I could feel resentful. Let's see if resentful fits here. R-E-S-E-N-T-F-U-L. Great. Resentful. And now I've used that word and completed that clue. As I said before, please do not spend more than 5 minutes working on this crossword puzzle. If you don't finish, that's okay. Try to do at least a few of the words matching the clues with the word bank. If you're ready to move on, go to the next page. Our next page are our chapter questions. Question number 1 asks, why do you think the gnats are described as hysterical in chapter 3? So gnats are bugs, and hysterical is crazy. So why are the bugs described as crazy? I'm going to say, I think they are described as hysterical because, and then you are going to answer why you think that the bugs are described as being so crazy or hysterical. The next question is basic comprehension. What is Winnie tired of? Winnie is tired of, and then you will complete the sentence. What is Winnie tired of? Number 3. What did Winnie resolve to do in the next morning? Resolve is decided. So what did she decide to do in the morning? So Winnie resolved to, and you will complete this blank. What is it that she decided to do? Next up, what literary device is the following example of? A thin, apologetic beard. An apologetic beard. Is this a simile? Is it a metaphor? Or is it personification? Choose one, whichever that's describing, and write it in this box here. Now, what do you think is meant by an apologetic beard? So we're going to start our frame. This means, and you will complete the sentence. So what do you think they mean that the beard was apologetic? Next one. When Winnie is speaking with the stranger, she was suddenly reminded of the stiff black ribbons that had hung on the door of the cottage for her grandfather's funeral. If this is an example of foreshadowing, what might the author be telling the reader? So foreshadowing is when the author gives clues to the reader about what might happen. So you could say the author is trying to tell the reader, okay, and you are going to complete with what you think the author is foreshadowing. The next one. What was the man looking for? Again, basic comprehension. The man was looking for, and you will complete the remainder of this sentence. What was the man looking for? All right, next question, number 7. Winnie and Granny had different ideas as to what made the strange music in Chapter 4. What did each think it was? So, what did Winnie think the strange music was? And what did Granny think the strange music was? Let's move on to the language activities. Chapter 4 contains an important literary device called a cliffhanger. A cliffhanger usually occurs at the end of a chapter when the author leaves the reader in suspense. How is this true in Chapter 4? Why do you think the author ended the chapter this way? So, the first question we're going to answer is, how does the author end in a cliffhanger? So we're going to say, Chapter 4 ends with a cliffhanger because, okay, and then you explain why Chapter 4 ends in a cliffhanger, and then why does the author end this way? The author ends this way in order to, and you're going to explain why the author ends the chapter with this cliffhanger. Now, choose 10 words from these chapters with 2 or more syllables. Indicate the syllables by drawing a line between each syllable. Example, sometime is one word with 1-2 syllables. Go ahead and complete all 10 of these words. All right, next section is we're going to write Winnie a letter. Winnie does a lot of complaining to the toad about her lot in life. Imagine that after she goes home for the evening, she decides to sit down and write her favorite cousin, who lives in a nearby city, a letter expressing her frustration about the way her parents and Granny are treating her, and what she is going to do about it. Put yourself in Winnie's place and create such a letter telling your cousin about your feelings and future plans. So, we'll start off, Dear Cousin, and then you are going to tell your cousin about why you are so frustrated. Remember, you're imagining your Winnie for this letter. If you've completed this lesson, as well as all parts of the lesson for for the first Tuck lesson, then you're prepared for tomorrow's lesson. Excellent work today. Remember, all blanks should have been completed, not just the sentence frames. Thanks for your active participation. Have a good rest of your day.